Today marks one of those days in which I feel thankful. I am thankful for the people that I have with me, I am thankful for the opportunities that I am given, and thankful for the experiences that I get to make. One of those experiences that I'm talking about would be 2 days ago when I saw the Chainsaw Man Reze arc movie for the first time in theaters. Now going in, I was incredibly excited for this. I mean, on paper, this was already a treat for the fans of the medium. But me personally, I just went in there wanting to know if they can translate Tatsuki Fujimoto on the big screen. And what I did not expect was probably the greatest movie experience that I have ever made in my life. To be exact, I didn't expect a story that I already read countless times before to hit me the way that this did. But before we get into all of that, the Reze arc movie spans a total of 100 minutes and is directed by none other than the GOAT Tatsuya Yoshihara himself. Now, for those of you who do not know, he was a key animator working for both JJK0 and I also believe Season 1. He was also working as a key animator on One Punch Man Season 1 and was the director of Black Clover and Chainsaw Man Season 1. And that's just to name a few. His works are very special, his works are very celebrated amongst the anime community. But in my opinion, this movie is his best work to date. The visuals of this movie are the best that I've ever seen in the medium, and while Studio Ghibli has a special place in my heart for having these beautiful, breathtaking landscapes and just worlds in general, this one here takes the cake for me by just making everything, and I mean every little thing, feel this alive. Everything from little details in the background to the actual action in the second half of the movie is impeccable and straight to the face. It offers a clear flow of movement without getting too lost by the end, and that's something that I've always praised Demon Slayer for, but again, this one takes the cake here for its fluidity within its pacing. I think the best way to describe the pacing in this movie would be to say that whenever I felt as if I could lay back and relax for even a second, the movie just took me right back to the edge of my seat and it always kept accelerating when I thought it would stop. Another aspect I wanted to mention when it comes to the action in this movie is how it continues the story. A battle in Chainsaw Man pushes the cast one step closer to their individual goal. I feel like in a lot of battle shonen especially, the focus lies in character development through fighting. In Chainsaw Man though, the focus is more on character development through consequences and the aftermath of a fight. And all of that serves for a chaotic, fun, messy, and sometimes even just perverted showdowns that did not let go of my balls. I also love how colorful this movie is. This movie truly experiments with the medium as a whole by putting this boundary-breaking aspect of Fujimoto and Chainsaw Man as a whole to motion. And this is achieved by just not using typical color schemes, but instead take contrasts that might look cool and fit the vibe of the scene very well, and you get some of the most breathtaking, wallpaper-worthy shots that you can imagine. And just to say it, this whole visual aspect and creativity that Yoshihara has put into motion here, it reminds me a lot of the Kizumonogatari movies. And this is not supposed to be a nod or a criticism towards Chainsaw Man, the Reze arc movie. It is more of a little mention that I wanted to put here since I love Kizumonogatari and I loved this movie, and sort of seeing how one has inspired the other is beautiful. Aside from how this movie looks though, this is the best soundtrack of the year and it's probably one of my favorite soundtracks ever. Kensuke Ushigo did it again. Just when I thought that he could not top himself, he did it in the craziest way possible. Chainsaw Man Season 1 had a very disturbing, hard-hitting, but also in opposition, sometimes subtle and gentle composition of tracks that would follow us through this very gnarly world. And while that perfectly fit that world that Season 1 was building, he completely scrapped that idea and went for something completely different here. From a returning piano to funky ass beats, it's literally everything that I wanted from season 1 to sound like from the very beginning. And sure, I even adored what he did instead for season 1, but I can't argue with the fact that I love this a lot more. He did everything that he had already done in a silent voice with these subtle piano tracks that will haunt me forever till the day that I die, and did it better here. He also took everything that he learned from Devilman Crybaby and did it better. It's pure madness, and I'm so here for it. Which takes me to the still beating heart of this movie, the characters, aka Denji and Reze. These two are, once again, perfect. The extended scenes are awesome, the chemistry is fantastic, and the voice acting is amazing. And all of this leaves me with a bittersweet taste in my mouth that reminded me of movies such as Marriage Story or La La Land and even Your Name. A feeling that, honestly speaking, I did not think was possible for me to feel in Big 2025, but here I am talking about it with nothing but absolute joy in my heart because, again, this was perfect. Before I get to the score though, I need to point out how many subtle symbolisms and details this movie has. And I want to encourage everyone to go see this movie twice, to try and catch some of these details because they make for a fantastic rewatch experience, which is why I have seen this movie a total of 3 times in 3 days. My favorite scene would have to be the pool scene, because in my opinion, it is the most beautiful scene that I have watched in anime. Just the music alone, it really got to me. I think this one is an all-timer. I also think that this is definitely the best 2D movie that I've seen so far. And for those that have watched season 1 and were still skeptical about it towards the end, give this one a shot. It's definitely better, it's different, and if you like this, then you'll love the manga, so go ahead, give that a try if you were hooked here. Yeah. Because I give Chainsaw Man the Reze arc a 10 out of 10 when it comes to enjoyment, and also a 10 out of 10 as a movie. And if any of you ever want to see me analyze this movie, write it in the comments. Today, I think I only want to leave you with one question. Please tell me, are you a city mouse or are you a country mouse? I'd love to know.